Welcome to Overbroeck. Overbroeck has got 3 sections, each on its own campus, very close to each other. And this part is the sixth form. We're delighted to have over 400 students studying with us. About 50% are boarding, 50% a day. About 50% are UK students, 50% are international, usually from over 40 countries. This is a tremendous mix of students studying and working together. What's fantastic is the range of subjects they study and the careers they go on to. So it creates a very dynamic environment with a huge number of students joining us new each year to begin their sixth form, moving from school and beginning to prepare for university. Let's go and have a look. So here we are, and we're going to have a look around to see what it's like studying here. We have about 35 A-levels, and therefore students can find the subjects that they love, that they really want to study, and that obviously helps them to enjoy what they're doing and to be very successful. We have A-level drama, and as well as that, students can get involved in performances. We have a play one year, followed by a musical, and we rotate that. And it's very inclusive. Anybody who wants to get involved in any aspect of the production can do so. Over here, sports and activities area. We have 2 slots within the timetable where students can do sports and activities. It's a very busy programme. Again, it's all about choice, giving students the choice to take part in something that they want to do, that they will enjoy, either building on an existing interest or developing a new one. We've got here the opportunity to compete against other schools and even internationally. We had teams going to play basketball, netball and football in Budapest as part of a Nord Anglia competition recently. In terms of sports facilities, we don't have these on site, but we work with local providers. For example, we work closely with the University of Oxford and its sports centre and take students there each week to do things like fitness, gym, swimming, boxercise, a whole range of different things. Over here is our student common room area. It's a very busy, bustling part of the school, and students can meet up with their friends here, they can do some studies, they can get themselves a coffee and snacks throughout the day. As we go through here, this is an example of some of the extended projects that our students do. So it's voluntary, but we have huge numbers who do want to do this. It's a very important opportunity for students to undertake their own research. Working with us, they will learn research skills, things like academic referencing, academic writing. They will choose an area of study that interests them, often linked to their future career plans, or often linked to what they're going to do at university or an interest they've already got. They will then identify an area that hasn't really been explored or studied fully, and they're going to become the experts in that. The sorts of things here, say everything from, we've got something on Depop here, we have something on sustainable materials for nuclear fusion, we have something about the justice system, we have something about social media, we have something about how tall can mountains be. Most of it is academic dissertations, but we have students who have made films. We had one student this year, his film was put on at local cinema. We have students who write books, write poetry, produce music. We have one student who's built or rebuilt a tractor as part of his EPQ. So there's lots of different opportunities to do a variety of things. Okay, we're going to go up to the first floor now. This building was mainly built 6 years ago and purpose-built sixth form space. As you go around the building, you'll see different areas where students can study. There's some just on my left here, depending on the type of workspace that they want. Common room is quite a noisy, busy area. Library is silence, and then in between on different floors we've got workspaces that have got the opportunity to kind of collaborate and share ideas and talk to each other. Along here we've got different science labs. You'll see that in any one lab it's relatively small. The maximum in a class normally is 11, slightly less than that in the labs. So again, the opportunity to work closely with others, very much a focus on kind of practical, putting science into action. This is the biology lab. Biology Plus is a very strong programme. Certainly anyone interested in applying for medicine would be doing the Biology Plus as part of their overall programme throughout the week. Okay, so the first floor is all about maths and science. We're now going to go upstairs and see what's there, beginning with the library. So this is the library. This is a fantastic space for students to work if they want to work in silence. It's also a place where we have speakers. So we have author visits and they come and talk about the process of writing or their latest book, some aspect of being an author. Amongst the many things organised by the library, we've got a book club for students to share their latest reading. We've got a fiction writing club We also have a stand-up and talk club, which is developing presentation and communication skills. Okay, so whatever your interests, you're going to find something you want to study here. Your problem is going to be deciding on the subjects you're actually going to pursue, because there'll be so many that you want to do. Along here, for example, sociology, we've got psychology, we've got computer science, we've got coding clinic, we've got history, we've got politics. Again, very subjects that come alive and get you excited and engaged with your studies. Down here we've got languages taught by native speakers, a whole range of different languages that students can do. We also have the opportunity to take part outside the classroom in things such as the Linguistics Olympiad. Now, if we go in here, this is just another study space for students, but you'll see we're trying to create different spaces, slightly different feel to each one, so that students are studying in an environment that's appropriate for what they're working on at the time and how they want to work. Okay, and now we're going to go over to the Cohen Hall. Music is a very important part of life in the sixth form. We have A-level music. We also have A-level music technology, where students can focus on the production side of things. Students can have instrumental and vocal lessons, but around that we also have school orchestra, vocal groups, choir, plenty of opportunity for performances throughout the year. Many of these will be in the Cohen Hall, but also a few months ago we used the Sheldonian Theatre, which brought the whole school together to perform in the world famous building at the centre of Oxford. So as you can see here, this is our dining hall, and this is used by boarders for breakfast, lunch and evening meal, and our day students, many of them will also eat here at lunchtime. What's also fantastic is with the tables cleared away, we press a button, chairs come out of the wall, and we have seats for over 120 people in this hall. This enables us to use it for performances, for assemblies, for visiting speakers. All kinds of events are going on here. At the back, we've got our sound system, and that's where all the lighting is done from. At the front, we've got a big screen if we want it for things like film night. So all of this comes together to make this a very important hall in terms of the life of the sixth form. So that's 333, where nearly all of the teaching takes place, apart from the Arts Centre, which is just down the road, and we'll go and have a quick look at that now. Welcome to our Arts Centre. This is a shared studio space for our international school and our sixth form. It's based in Summertown in North Oxford, just a few minutes walk from our main sixth form building, so students will walk between the two for their lessons. We go in here, we're going to see some art, some photography, some textiles, some ceramics, all sorts of wonderful creative forms. This space is for our international school, so we have our year 9, 10 and 11 working here. You can see lots of light, lots of open space and some brilliant projects that they're submitting this year for their coursework. In here, this is our photography studio. We have students working on digital photography. There's a whole range of computers and things there for them to edit and work with images. But we also do traditional photography, darkroom at the end, and in there students will be processing film and doing all sorts of things like photo enlargement to work on images and to prepare them again towards their final piece. And now we're going to move on to another area, which is to do with resistant materials and 3D art. What we've got in here is a lot of equipment where students can work with teachers on all sorts of things. We've got a laser cutter where they can work on obviously glass and metal. We've got saws and sanding equipment and drills and cutters. So a lot of work with wood. We've had students working on building their own frames and doing all sorts of kind of intricate lattice work that contributes to their coursework and is part of their pieces. At the end, we have another area, and that's for spray painting and for soldering. So again, metal work, some fantastic intricate and complex metal work is becoming part of their projects. We'll look at the kilns, so ceramics is another opportunity for students, another area where they can develop their skills. We're going to go in here first, which is for our year 13, who are currently working on their coursework. Again, lots of space, every student has their own workstation. Lots of light coming in, and these are actually dimmable lights, so if they want different light conditions for their work, we can make that happen. And so we've got all sorts of different types of art being produced. Some is a bit more architecturally inspired, some is perhaps more traditional painting, as you might expect, some is more installation type work. We've got 3D work here. Lots of equipment around the place, including things like this. This is a printing machine that contributes to some of their designs. So what we're going to do now is just going to go to the end of the corridor and we're going to have a look at textiles. Textile area, again, every student's got their own workspace that they can save their ideas, they can display their ideas, lots of exhibition space. Lots of equipment for them to use and to master. So we've got things like the sewing machines here. We've got over here a heat transfer press. We've got a light resource here. We've got washing facilities, power washing here for their printing. So they'll be doing things like embroidery, printing, dyeing, all sorts of techniques to develop, and we can see some of the kind of finished work on display with these mannequins. Okay, welcome now to Islip, which is one of our sixth form boarding houses. This is a fantastic location. It's literally just opposite the sixth form and just a couple of minutes from Summertown. So follow me. So in this house we have about 60 students. We have female students on this side, male students on the other side. Access around the house, as in the school, is controlled by these cards, and obviously there's no access from one side of the house to the other. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and have a look at one of the rooms, and then we'll have a look at the communal space. So come this way. As you'll see, this is fantastic space for students, a lot of room, great light coming in. They've got their own beds, their own storage space underneath, their own wardrobe. There's a safe in there for their personal possessions if they wish. Ensuite, so students have their own bathroom and shower facilities in there. So overall, very high level of accommodation for students, which helps them feel at home, enables them to study more effectively, as well as make friends with lots of people in the boarding house. Let's go this way now and we'll look at some of the communal space. Let's have a look at the common room. What you'll find normally is in free periods or when they've got a bit of spare time, students are here, they're watching TV, they're watching some films, they're chatting in this area over here. Somebody might even be playing the piano and practicing some music with everybody. You'll see here, fridge space where students can keep some of their own food if they've got particular things that they enjoy. They'll be celebrating birthdays, celebrating special events, and so it's a really nice community feel around here. Here we've got laundry, so the school looks after all the bed linen, the rooms are cleaned every day, but if students want to wash and look after their own clothes, they can use the laundry facilities there. At the back here, there's some, again, more social space. There's a table tennis if they want to practice that, and just around the corner there is an area for bike racks. We are not very far at all from the city centre, and one way of getting there is to get a bike and just bicycle backwards and forwards, which is a feature of Oxford life. Really just to stress that boarding is a fantastic opportunity for students to grow, to live with others, to get to know other people, and it's a great preparation for what will come next when they go to university. So as we leave Islip, you'll see 333 literally is just across the road over there, so it's very easy to get to in the mornings. Just down here is Summertown. So it's a fantastic area for cafes, it's got an art gallery, it's got a leisure centre, so it's a very interesting area for people to visit, very nearby. If students go a bit further, if you carry on straight down this road, you end up in the city centre. You can walk, many students will get a bus, so the fantastic bus service that leaves every few minutes, or as we talked about earlier, they may bring their own bicycles and bicycle into town. Great location generally. If students want to go for a walk, not far down that way is a protected nature reserve with the river, so beautiful scenery. We're also very close to a train station that goes straight to Marylebone and the main road to London. Okay, we're now going to look at another of our boarding houses. As we saw at Islip, it's a very busy community. What we've got here, I think, is some students in a cookery competition. Looks like they're celebrating each other's success. We've got visiting tutors, we've got staff who live on site, we've got day matrons. So a lot going on, but always someone there to talk to, someone there to make sure everybody's okay and happy and that things are going well. We'll walk through now into the social area. What's different about this house is it's a smaller community, whereas Islip has about 60 students, for just under 20 students living at Hayfield. Okay, Hayfield obviously has a different feel to it. It's a homely feel with a smaller number of students in it, but many of the same features that Islip has. There are laundry facilities, we've got a kitchen area here where students can make snacks and keep their own food in the fridge. We've got an area here, and of an evening students will be gathered around the table discussing and debating their day and what's been happening either at school or in the wider world. And then in here there's some space where they can watch films and relax and chat further. In terms of the rooms, this house has a mixture of rooms, some are shared, some are single. As with Islip, we have male on one side of the house, female on the other, and again everything is controlled by our security cards. So I hope this tour has been useful and you've got some sense of the sixth form at Overbroeck, but obviously the most important thing is to come and see us for yourself. That will give you an opportunity to see the buildings, to meet the staff, and most importantly to also meet students and hear from them what life is like here. This is a extremely successful sixth form because it's full of people studying things they want to study, doing that with other students who are interested and engaged in what they do, in small classes with the opportunity to ask questions and to get engaged, with teachers who can help students go as far as they want in their studies, who encourage curiosity and interest and make sure that this is an incredibly fulfilling sixth form experience. If you'd like to be part of that, come and see us for yourself and we'd love to meet you.